It is an election year. If you will recall, at Tech Republic and ZDNet in 2016, we tracked not the horse race, but the data and technology that powers politics. Why? Because there's a ton private industry and other institutions like academics and NGOs can get from learning how politics uses and doesn't use data. So for Tech Republic and ZDNet, I'm Dan Patterson. It's a pleasure today to speak with Paul Westcott. He is the VP of Data at L2 Political, one of the largest data vendors in politics. Paul, thanks for joining us today. We spoke with you frequently during the 2016 campaign. Let's start with L2. The political world is its own world, and for those who don't know about how politics and data are working together, tell me a little bit about what L2 does.
Yeah, sure. So L2 is the longest serving and over 43 years and largest nonpartisan data processing firm. So that means we bring in all 50 states, Washington, D.C. voter files, county level voter files from multiple states, process those, put them into a uniform format, and then make them available for different elections, various academic organizations, as you mentioned, nonprofits, a whole wide range of people who can actually have legal access to the voter file. And on top of that, what we're able to do is add in consumer-based information, predictive models, phone number and outreach information, things like email, Facebook, Twitter handles, all that good stuff. So campaigns are able to speak more targeted to individual voters, or academics are able to do the research they need to do.
When you say target individual voters, you're not being hyperbolic or exaggerating. When I log into L2, I'm confronted with an overwhelming amount of information that is incredibly granular. Paul, tell me what you can see about a voter and about voters grouped together and what those groups are.
Yeah, absolutely. So what voter mapping does in the platform you were working in essentially takes the voter file, which is a giant either text or CSV file, a giant fire hose of data essentially that is almost unusable, especially if you're a small or shoestring type organization or campaign. And what we do is we put everything into really simple selectable different selections on the right-hand side and of this mapping platform. And what you see when you open up voter mapping is you can select by party identification, you can look into vote history and registration date, those kind of standards of the voter file. But beyond there, you can go into consumer information, income, education level, census data based on unemployment rates in different areas. You can look at donor information, both from the Federal Election Commission file as well as private donor file that we obtain from various third-party sources. So we're bringing in data from all kinds of different places to be able to put it together in a really usable and visually friendly type format. So even smaller campaigns and smaller organizations are able to take advantage.